How's it going, everybody, and welcome to another Creativerse tutorial video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to effectively place multiple layers of water, because, as we all know, or as most of us can probably agree, water can behave very, very strangely at the best of times in Creativerse. It can be very frustrating to work with. So, I am going to hopefully show you something which will alleviate some of the trouble. Because myself, I find that when I'm trying to place multiple layers of water, say I've got a little pond like this, which I want to turn from a dried pond in this canyon biome into an actual kind of revived water feature, then if I'm placing the first layer is fine, but the second one, as we'll see here, if I just get some of my water and start placing it, once I start getting it built out to the point where I'm trying to stretch it out over the next block down, at the best I can place a source block within one of the flow blocks like this, but it doesn't flow outwards. If the source block you've just placed is above another water source block, it will flow straight down like this. And this can be very frustrating. But there is a really quite simple solution to this. Now, as we probably know, in most situations, if you place two blocks away like this, it will create a source block in the middle if they don't have too much of another distance to kind of flow into. So, if we get a load of blocks and we place them in a grid pattern. Now the easiest way to do this, I have found, is just to place a sheet of blocks over the area you want to fill. Kind of like this, and just pick out blocks after you've finished it. So I'm just going to go cut here and place this as an entire sheet of blocks, and we'll come back when I've got that done. Okay, so here we are. I've placed down my sheet of stone. You can use any block, it really doesn't matter. So now what we want to do is just pick out blocks like this in a 1 every 2 block pattern, kind of like the grid of a chessboard. And do that across the entire area, just like this. So I'll just get this done now, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, and here we go. We have our crazy psychedelic grid across the pond. Now, what we want to do is just place water blocks in each of the holes, just like this, across the entire grid. Because the idea is that we're going to take away these stone blocks, and it will cause the water to turn every kind of empty block next to it into a source block, so we'll get a nice even layer of water at the end. The only weird cases you'll get are cases like some of these edge ones won't fill in, but the main idea is that we want to get the middle filled in, so that isn't really a problem for this particular technique. Okay guys, so I'll just finish this off and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. We have our nice little grid filled with water blocks. It looks very strange, but there is method to the madness. Because now, if you watch, if I take blocks away, they get almost instantly just replaced with a source block. And it actually even works a lot quicker than sometimes, like, when you're filling in, like, at one layer, normally. It sometimes, like, lags for about 5 seconds, and then suddenly catches up to itself, because the simulation engine in Creativerse can sometimes fall behind the rest of the game. But this seems to be kind of better for it not falling behind itself. I guess it requires less kind of computation for some reason. But it works very well, as you can see. It's a little bit more of a complicated process than just throwing down a load of water blocks where you want them to be. But, oh, please don't annoy me, Trog. Please don't. It does just eliminate all of the problems with kind of weird flow blocks not behaving normally and not knowing where to place a source block to make everything fill in. So, if you're doing a big project, I would say this would probably save you a fair bit of time just doing things like this. There are possibly better ways to do it, myself. I don't know. I actually discovered this technique kind of at random when I was doing my last Let's Play video, I was trying to build the pool in front of the underground river, and I was just having a nightmare getting it done. And I played around with some block placements, and this ended up happening, and it worked, so I decided that I would keep it. Then, someone commented on my channel, actually, and said, and, you know, dropped some interesting information about fluid physics, and said that they'd done some stuff with it, and I looked at her video, and it's a really, really well kind of detailed tutorial on all things fluid physics. From memory, I think she has another trick for this particular situation, but which is a little bit different, so if this doesn't work for you, hers might work better. Her name is Saraneth Delombre, and I will be posting a link to her channel in the description of this video, so do go and check her out. Her video is not just about this, it's a very long and very detailed, really good tutorial about water, and it covers pretty much anything I could imagine you'd ever want to know about water in Creativerse. So if you want to learn more, I'd definitely check out her video. I also discovered that a kind of Creativerse friend of mine, ED Gaming, has also done a tutorial covering this particular water trick, but he also drops some other information on other aspects of water as well. So if you want to learn more, I would also recommend checking out his video. I will put a link to it in my channel just below Saraneth's, and his one is part of an ongoing series of really, really good, insightful tutorials. So if you want to learn more about the Creativerse world and it's not covered in any of my videos, I definitely advise giving his series a try, because he has a lot of videos out and he covers a lot of topics. Anyway, guys, I hope that this technique helps you and helps stave off some of the frustration that a lot of us Creativerse players have with water physics in the game. As you can see, I now have a lovely, lovely flat and calm pond with no Salvador Dali-esque fluid flow physics going on. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Do check out Saraneth and ED Gaming's videos if you want to learn more. The links will be in the description, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.